Hey guys, it's JaaackJack and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm showing you guys what I eat in a day. These are vegetarian meal ideas plus the cooking that I do for my non-vegetarian boyfriend. Let's go ahead and get started with breakfast. So I don't always have the chance to make Johnny breakfast, but on the weekends is when I get to spoil him. So I made French toast. So you're just gonna need eggs, bread, milk, vanilla extract, a little bit of cinnamon, and some sugar. So I'm basically gonna throw all of that onto a plate. This is gonna be our French toast mixture. So I'm using 1 egg and then a splash of the almond milk because Johnny doesn't like regular milk, which is awesome for me because I don't either. And then we have vanilla extract, some cinnamon, and then some sugar. I don't do measurements. Every time I do try and do measurements, it always like comes out funny. So I've just learned to wing it, and it usually ends up tasting good. So we're mixing that on a plate, and then we're gonna take our bread. You can use whatever bread you like. Johnny prefers when I use like standard like wheat bread, but I think French toast tastes so much better when you use sourdough bread. Oh my gosh, that is the best. You gotta try it with sourdough. But I'm just dipping the bread into the mixture and then throwing it on the skillet and letting that cook. Super easy. And this made the mixture was enough for 3 French toasts. So I topped it with a little powdered sugar and syrup and then served it for my Johnny. Me, however, I don't really like French toast like this. It's too soggy and weird. That's why I prefer sourdough, but I wanted to have green juice and cereal today. So for green juice, I actually have these pre-made little Ziploc bags, and I have in here bananas, spinach, green apples, and green grapes. So just portion those out and I put it in Ziploc bags and throw it in the freezer, so that way whenever I do want green juice, I can just throw it into my blender like that, get some water in there. My water filter is in the fridge. So that's all I do, and then blend it in my Vitamix blender, and it's super quick and easy to get your healthy little green juice for the day. So perfect for anyone like that's quick on the go and needs to get out the door fast. Perfect. Just spend one night prepping all of this and throwing it all in the freezer and you're good to go. And that little cup, that doesn't fill me up. So I'm also gonna have cereal, and the granola cereal has been my favorite, this mixed berries granola. And then I got my almond milk and then fresh strawberries. Oh my gosh, so good. This has been my favorite breakfast lately. And it's so yummy. And I do get full with both of these. Now moving on to lunch, I am trying out a new recipe, and I'm calling this the leftovers lentil casserole. I'm kind of making this up as I go. So I got some lentils, got some cheese, pasta sauce, and then I have leftover rice and leftover garbanzo beans and corn. So I wanted to figure out a way to use these in a recipe before they went bad. So I put in a dish the lentils, the garbanzo beans, the corn, and the rice. These are all leftovers. If you got leftover veggies, leftover meat, if you're a meat eater, whatever you got, just throw it all in there. Chop it off with the pasta sauce of your choice. And I'm also going to put in some milk to make it a little creamier. Mix that around, and we're gonna bake this. I'm also going to add in some more lentils because I felt like the ratio was a little off, unbalanced. So I threw in some more lentils, mixed that all together, and then I topped it off with some seasonings. You can put whatever you want. I did salt, pepper, oregano, I think garlic powder, basil leaves maybe. I can't remember, but just throw in whatever seasonings that you enjoy. Mix that together, and we're going to pop this in the oven at 350 degrees for 45 minutes. And then the last 10-15 minutes, I'm going to pull out the dish and throw on some cheese right on top so it cooks and gets all like melty and delicious. The last I don't know, you could do like 15-20 minutes, something like that, just to let the cheese cook and melt. And then once you pull it out, look at how good this looks. And it was so easy. You literally just throw whatever leftovers you have into this dish and throw in your lentils, and you got this amazing leftover lentils casserole. Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering, because this turned out so good, you guys. I loved how this turned out. It was so yummy. So I've got a little serving here, and I ate this before I went to church. I filmed this on a Sunday. And after church, I was hungry, so I had some more of the leftover lentils casserole. I made another little serving for myself. It's just so good, you guys. I'm obsessed. This is so yummy. And then I had a few Pringles while watching The Office. And then moving on to dinner, I made burgers with salad and homemade fries. So we gotta have our patties. For myself, I have a plant-based patty from Beyond Meat, and Johnny has his regular Angus beef patties. We've got cheese, if you wanna make it a cheeseburger, which we did, buns, lettuce, tomato, and onion, and then we like to put mayo and ketchup on our burgers. So grab whatever you want. And I'm also going to need potatoes and olive oil for the homemade potatoes. So this takes the longest, so I wanna start with this first. I'm gonna take the potatoes, I just have 2 large russet potatoes, and I am going to peel the skin off. If you've got a peeler, use that, but I just used my knife. And then I'm going to, because they were kind of large, I cut them in half and then started chopping them into little fries size pieces. And we've got all of our French fries here. And in a big pot with the olive oil, we're going to let that get hot. And then once it's hot, we're gonna put our French fries or our potatoes in there to cook. And here's the secret to getting like the perfect crispy French fry. I kind of overfilled this pot. I probably should have done 2 batches, but I was a little impatient. But you wanna put that in there and let them cook. And now here is the secret, okay, to getting perfectly crunchy fries, is once they're cooking for a little bit, right before they get golden, so I probably could have waited just a little bit longer, but you want to take them out once they're like almost done. Again, I could have waited a little longer. Some of them got mushy and I accidentally squished them with the tongs. But you want to let them cool completely down. So I put them on a little paper towel and let them cool. And then once they're cooled down, we put them back in the oil. And so we're kind of double frying them. And this, like, they get so crunchy and so good, oh my gosh. And now I'm gonna go ahead and cook the patties. I start with mine. So I can use the same pan for Johnny's, and I don't want all the meat juice on my food, you know. And I'm toasting the buns as well, because that's always yummy. And that's pretty self-explanatory. I do the same thing with Johnny's patty, and I forgot to show it, but you can put on your cheese right now. Like right now would be the perfect time to throw on that cheese so it's nice and melty. Totally forgot to show it, but overall here is what our dinner looked like. I cut up the onions, tomato, and lettuce, put that on there with the cheese. There's Johnny's, and then we got our homemade French fries that are so crispy and delicious. I made a quick little salad with just some greens, onions, tomato, sunflower seeds and croutons, and then ranch dressing, and then some little fruits on the side. But that was our dinner, and that is what I ate in a day. I hope you guys enjoyed and found it helpful. And if you try any of these recipes, make sure you let me know how they turned out and send me pictures on social media. But if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!